Hey yo, welcome back to this channel guys, it's Mr. Teroxi here, and in this video I'll be giving you some tips for beginners so you can get better at the game. But please make sure to click on that subscribe button because a lot of our viewers are not subscribers yet, and I appreciate all of your support because I'm aiming to get 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so the first tip here is to use fascism or socialism if you want to go play aggressive and invade other countries. So if you guys are planning to play aggressively inside the game, I would recommend you using socialism or fascism, but please, for the sake of God, avoid democracy if you are planning to becoming a warlord. So why do I say this? Well, because if you switch to either socialism or fascism, you can get the stance that will make your country stronger when you go to war. So if you click on your flag here, click on your country and ideologies here, you can see socialism, it gives you 40% more manpower increase, although it comes with a cost, which is 10% reduction to your tax income. You get less tax, but everything else you get like 40% more manpower, less justification time, less military cost, more stability, a good amount of factory output. Fascism is the same, but fascism doesn't really give you that much manpower compared to socialism, but they reduce the justification time by a ton, and they also reduce the military upkeep by 60%, which is a lot. Although your unrest reduction is slowed down by 20% and your tax income is only gonna go down by 10%, but it will require 500 political power compared to socialism 250 political power. And please avoid this line here that goes down to democracy, because this will give you a lot of tax, but it will not be easy if you want to go war all the time. The second tip here is that if you want to make mines, start making it in the city that gives you the most resources. So inside Rise of Nation, once you make mine, it will double the amount of resources income from that city. So if you want to see the resources that is available in your country, then you want to hold control, select all of your city inside your country, click on resources. Now see, our country only have iron and oil. So let's say I want to check my oil. So you want to go to your bottom right, click on resources, then click on the resource that you want to see. In my case, it is oil. See here, oil. So this is my territory, so everything inside this will be mine and everything outside will be other countries' resources. So you see the oil here, this number means that for the oil, this city give us plus 0.5, the city give us plus 0.3. It is in each city. Individual city give you a certain amount of resources. So let's say you want to build a mine to double the amount of resources you get. So you see, in this city it will give you 0.3, and in this city it will give you 0.5. So you better build it in the 0.5 city, because if you double that, if you get that times 2, it will give you 1 unit. If you get 0.3 times 2, it will give you only 0.6 units. So make mines in the country, make mines in the city that will give you the most resources. So you want to click on the city, make sure just click on resources, and you see here oil 0.5, so you want to click on building. Scroll down all the way here, click on mines, just wait for it to finish and this resource will double up. So after your mine is finished loading, it will gonna double the resources here. And I want to make it clear that when you build a mine in your city, you cannot build it again. You cannot build a mine twice in one city. You can only build one mine per city. Alright, so the third tip here that I got is start researching on tax. So you see this thing here, technology available. You can either click on A or you click on your flag here, click on technology, then go to economic. Why do you want to research tax? Well, because if you hover over the tax collection, it will says here tax income plus 10%, tax income plus 15%. So you want to start researching, and remember that when you research, it will gonna drain this research technology point. So when you research that, you can start researching tax. I recommend you guys going more and more, because you can see here that our income is currently $2.3 million. So if we research one more, it will gonna increase to $2.9 million. So once you research tax, the amount of income for your country will gonna increase, which can make your country richer, and you can use that money to build roads or develop city and do more stuff, which we will cover in the next point of the video. Alright guys, so the fourth tip here is to always remember to develop and make recruitment center. So this one is similar to the researching tax, but it will help you more overall. So I'll be splitting this part into two parts, developing cities and recruitment centers. So each city have its own tier. So when you click on the city, let's say this city, you can see that you can get a certain amount of tax and manpower from it. And it says that it is a tier 1 city. So you want to develop city because it will increase the tax, which the tax of that city, which will eventually contribute to your overall tax. To develop a city, you want to click on a city that you want to develop, click on buildings, scroll up back, click on develop city. It will make your city gain up by 1 tier, increasing manpower and tax gain. So you just want to wait until this is done. Alright, so once your city is finished developing, this city, if you want to click back, you see it, the tax will gonna increase, and your city tier will gonna increase to tier 2 from tier 1. And this tax increase will contribute to your tax income in your country overall. So here I will give you a little trick. So if you hold control and select the city, let's say this much city, you can see that we select multiple city. You can click on buildings and develop all of them at once. So that's just a little trick that most people know, but for beginners, they might not know this. So just like developing city, we can also do this thing called a recruitment center. So if you hover over your manpower tab down here, you can see that our manpower is 431,000 and it is increasing by 3,100. So if you want to make a recruitment center, you can select multiple city, like let's say 9 city, and it says that we get 500 manpower from these 9 cities. So you want to click on buildings, click on recruitment center. So once it is finished building, you can see that our manpower increased by 100, and this, if you go out, you can see here the manpower increase, it will just increase by 100 from these 9 cities. It increased from 500 now to 600. Alright, so our final tip for this video is that to make electronics and sell it to AIs, do not sell it to real player if you're in a public server. So in order to make electronics, you need to make it in factory, and in order to make an electronic factory, you want to select on any of your city in your country, then go to buildings. Then you can see here, you hover over electronic factory. It required 2 units of gold and 2 units of copper. Just click make one and finish, and just wait for it to finish making it in this city. So once your electronic factory is finished, you can see that you have this little factory symbol in the city that you just built it in, but it is actually not working. So you can see it just turned red, and it says here that the city is under supply with gold. So if you want to see why is it the problem is like this, you want to select on the city that have the factory, go to buildings, hover on the mines that you just built here. So electronic factory, you want to hover over it. We need 2 units of gold and 2 units of copper in order for it to work. So we don't have any, so we need to trade in some. So you want to click on your flag here, go to your economy tab, resources and trade. Since we're missing gold and copper, we're gonna trade some gold and copper. So we want to see copper, click on trade, buy from any country. Let's say I buy 1,000 units, click buy bulk. If you want to just one-time transaction, we got some copper here. Now we want to click on gold here, click on trade, buy here, buy bulk. Yep, we have gold and copper now in our national stockpile. So our factory symbol, we're gonna turn white, so this indicates that this factory is actually working. If you want to ensure that, you can go to your flag, your resources and trade, and then you can see that our electronics actually increasing. So that means that this factory is actually making electronics. But why do you think it is useful? Well, because especially if you're in a VIP server where most of the player is bot, if not all of them, you can click on trade. You wanna see which country that you wanna sell to. So do not sell it to countries like, I don't know, Tanzania or Venezuela. You wanna sell it to like the United States or India or Brazil. So you wanna check the amount of electronics that you have. So here, electronic, I have 192 units. Click on trade. So let's say we want to sell 50 units to the States. Click on sell, then yes, they're gonna accept it if they have enough money. So if you want to go to check how much money you earn, you can see that our tax give us 3 million, but our trade will give us 4 million because we're selling 50 electronics every time to the States, and our money will gonna just flow in and we're just gonna get rich like real quick. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the short video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I don't want to make a long video anymore, because a lot of my viewers, they tend to enjoy video that's like 10 minutes long rather than the videos that are like 20 or 18 minutes long. So yeah, and I'm also aiming to get 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so please click on that subscribe button and the like button. And yeah, that's pretty much it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and goodbye. See you in the next video.